What's the one thing that connects a new Bombshell report from Gartner, a massive $15 billion bet in India, and OpenAI's surprising new stance on adult content? It's all part of a new AI explosion happening right now in mid October 2025. Welcome to the weekly AI News Roundup, your essential briefing for staying ahead of the curve. I'm Ernest Provo, and if you're a busy professional in tech and you know how hard it is to keep up, that's what we're going to do here. We cut through the noise and we give you the enterprise insights that actually matter. Today, we're going to be breaking down the five biggest stories from the industry: Gartner's cloud warning, PwC's AI agent army, OpenAI's ethical curveball, the exploding chip wars, Google's global power play. Stick around because at the end, I'm going to connect the dots and give you one bold prediction for 2026 that you will not want to miss. Let's get into it. First up, the story that has every CIO talking. Gartner just dropped its latest report on AI optimized infrastructure as a service, or IaaS. The report shows a staggering 40% year over year growth in this sector. In simple terms, companies aren't just buying AI software, they're in a full blown arms race to build and rent the foundational hardware and cloud services needed to run it. So, what's the enterprise take? This isn't just about servers anymore. This is the clearest signal yet that AI has moved from experimental to the core engine of business. If your company isn't reevaluating its cloud strategy or AI specific workloads right now, you're very much falling behind. The biggest winners here aren't just hyperscalers, Amazon, Microsoft, and Google, but the real pressure is on enterprises to scale efficiently without burning through cash. Next up, making infrastructure even more critical is the expansion of PricewaterhouseCoopers' partnership with Google Cloud. They're not just consultants anymore, they're deploying customized agents for their top clients. Think of an army of digital employees that can handle everything from complex tasks, complex data analysis, and supply chain management to customer service inquiries, all running on Google's infrastructure. The implication here is massive. This is the OpenAI is a okay. Let's talk about the headline that's dominating social media. OpenAI is officially shifting its policy to allow for creation of not safe for work and erotic content with some guardrails. Sam Altman and the team are framing this as a move towards greater user freedom and exploring the boundaries of AI creativity. But let's be real, this is also OpenAI acknowledging a massive and potentially very profitable market that has existed in the gray area until now. From an enterprise and policy perspective, this is a canary in the coal mine. It forces a critical conversation about brand safety, corporate responsibility, and the inevitable misuse of powerful AI tools. For every company building on AI, OpenAI's APIs, their risk profile just changed. This move will absolutely accelerate the need for stronger artificial intelligence governance and regulation. It's a bold move, but it is definitely a risky one. Underneath all this software and policy, the war for Silicon Valley that powers it all is getting even hotter. Two big updates this week. First, MIPS launched a new i8500 processor specifically designed for heterogeneous data movement. A fancy way of saying it's built to move massive amounts of data efficiently for AI models. Second, we got confirmation that Oracle is deploying another 50,000 of AMD's latest AI chips in its cloud. Why does this matter to me and you? Well, supply chain and costs. The dominance of a single chip supplier has been a major bottleneck. The rise, the rise of serious competitors like AMD and specialized players like MIPS or MIPS means that more competition, which eventually leads to lower costs and lower. Keep a close eye on this one. The chips determine who wins the race. Finally, let's go global here. Google just announced a plan to invest a colossal $15 billion into a new data hub in India. This isn't just about adding servers anymore. This is a geopolitical move. By investing in India, Google is tapping into one of the world's largest talent pools, a massive emerging market, and strategically diversifying its infrastructure away from other regions. For global enterprises, this signals that India is becoming a premier hub for AI development. It's clear This is an indicator of where the next decade of tech talent and innovation will be centered. It's a smart play for Google, but it's also a challenge for its competitors to think more globally. Okay, let's connect the dots here. A boom in infrastructure spending, the deployment of AI agents, fierce competition in the chip market, and massive global investments. The common thread is clear. We are past the hype cycle. The world is now in a race to build the fundamental, tangible infrastructure that we will use and that will define us for the next 20 years. This is the digital equivalent of building the interstate highway system. And that brings me to my prediction. Watching the speed of agentic AI adoption from companies like PwC, I believe by the end of Q2 alone of 2026, we will see the first major zero human department in a Fortune 500 company. Not a whole company, but a significant business unit like accounts payable or tier one tech support run entirely by AI agents. It's coming faster than you think. But what do you think? With which of these stories excites you or worries you the most? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. And that's a wrap for this week's AI News Roundup. If you get value out of anything or this breakdown, do me a huge favor, hit that like button. It really does help the channel. And make sure you are subscribed with notifications so you don't miss out on next week's briefing. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, and I'll see you next time.